This is from the Human Rights Watch. So over in Australia, an espionage bill threatens democratic values. This is an amend draft to protect whistleblowers, journalists, and activists, okay? A proposed Australian espionage law will put whistleblowers, journalists, and human rights activists at risk of prosecution, Human Rights Watch says today in a submission to Australia's Parliamentary Joint Committee on Intelligence and Security. The committee's hearings are scheduled for January 30th, 2018 in Canberra. The National Security Legislation Amendment, this is a bill of 2017, broadly defines national security to include Australia's political, military, or economic relations with another country or other countries. Under the espionage offenses, the bill provides no public interest defense and no requirement of intention to cause harm, meaning that people could face lengthy prison terms for legitimate conduct that is in the public interest. So this is similar to what we had in the United States, where, especially with that surveillance bill that recently passed. I know this isn't an actual surveillance bill itself, but the parallel that's going on here is that the language is vague, the language is broad. So basically, if you make a case like, oh, this is for security, Trump can spy on whoever he wants. Similarly here, oh, this is for national security, so we can punish this whistleblower, we can punish this journalist, we can punish, this person. And the fact that it doesn't include any clause of the intention to cause harm is problematic. Keep in mind, there was a clause like that, at least at one point in the United States. That's why there was such an outrage when Barack Obama responded to Edward Snowden the way he did, because based on what Edward Snowden did, it should have been considered a political offense. It should not have been, and Barack Obama wanted to come down as a criminal offense, but it should have been viewed as a political offense. This person did something in the best interest of the United States, in their mind. Whether you agree or disagree is irrelevant. The person acted in a way that they thought was benefiting the country. They thought this was important. They put themselves on the line. It should be treated as a political offense. Sorry, I thought I had something on me. I got like an itch on my arm. I'm all over the place today. So the fact that there's no clause of intention to cause harm, that's particularly alarming for journalists and or whistleblowers, because that means if someone blows the whistle because they think they're doing justice and they think they're doing something important, due to this new legislation, Australia can say, we don't give a shit. You're going in jail. This is important to national security and political, military, and economic relations with another country or country. We don't care what your intention was. We don't care if you were exposing injustice. We're throwing you in jail. Basically, because of the verbiage that's in this bill, that's what they can do. If the espionage bill isn't fixed, this is back to the article, it will have a chilling effect on disclosing information in the public interest. Absolutely. This is the Australia director, Eileen Patterson, at the Human Rights Watch, talking about this. And they pretty much reiterate what we just said. National security is defined so broadly that practically any criticism of Australia's foreign policy could be deemed an espionage offense. The Australian government should narrow the definition of national security, include intent to cause harm as an element of all offenses, and include a general legitimate public interest offense. Yeah. Perfect summary. Yeah. And legislation like this, and I'm trying to be reasonable here, where I understand that, you need to have protected information. I get that. But when someone blows the whistle because they deem it as necessary, look at the stuff Chelsea Manning exposed. She exposed torture, among other things, and it was all injustice. When somebody acts in that way, yes, there needs to be a clause that says they were acting in legitimate public interest. They did not have the intent to harm. Those protections need to be in there. They should be in there. And national security shouldn't be this big, vague, broadly defined thing where you can basically throw anybody in jail.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. That was a clip from Get Your News On with Ron, the world's first viewer-curated streaming news show. What does that mean? That means I log on to a stream and people tweet me articles over on Twitter at Ron Placone, or they use our Reddit subsection, which is just Get Your News On with Ron over on Reddit. And that's how we build the show. I'm seeing all these articles for the first time. We are literally getting our news on together. Follow me on Twitter at Ron Placone so you can participate. And this show streams live every Tuesday through Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So please do tune in. If you want to support this show, you can do so over on patreon.com/Ron Placone, where for as low as $1 a month, you get access to exclusive podcasts every week, exclusive videos, free tickets to shows when I'm performing in your town, and more for as low as $1 a month. Please do consider it. Thank you so much for your support. This has been Get Your News On with Ron.